Alright, so we're about to have a video that I haven't done one yet, and it's just we're gonna sit here and like chat a little bit just about my thoughts on going into the last episode of Girls Planet 999. Now, I did talk to y'all in the end of the video where I reacted to episode 11, which literally just went live today/Monday. So if you're watching this the day after, which I try not to put this up too late because obviously this is the week of the last episode. I told y'all that I would make this video kind of, I want to like share my top 9 that I would like to see versus what I expect to see, because they are kind of different. They're kind of different. And what I expect to see actually isn't even based on knowing numbers. Because I know there's actual numbers, like by the numbers. I can never remember them, even if I take a glance at them. So this is just kind of like feel based on how I see people talking on Twitter and things like that. And things I just personally feel is going to happen. I could be wrong, literally number-wise, but who knows. But also, I'm kind of scared to do it, but I might do it here on video. Apparently, Mnet released interim rankings, kind of like how they did mid-episode last time. And going into the final episode, this concerns me because I could cry. I might cry and I might end this video before we even get to me sharing my top 9. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm happy for whoever debuts, right? I'm happy for whoever debuts. But I'm gonna be sad if the people I want to debut don't debut. You know, that's just how it works. This is my first time here and I'm experiencing, and you're experiencing how I am with these shows, I guess. This is how I am. If someone I want to debut doesn't debut, I'm gonna be sad, but I'm still happy for everyone to debut. I don't know if I should check out these interim rankings, but I'm going to. And the only reason I know they exist is because someone asked me, "Did you see the interim rankings?" And I said no, and don't send them to me. I don't want to look at it. Since then, I've been thinking, and I've actually done a lot of thinking this past weekend. About my top 9 and how people have like gone in and out of my top 9. So this top 9 is going to be probably a little different than things that I've been moving around. You'll see what I mean, because I'm going to show y'all the top 9 that I've shared to this point and the one I feel I would want to debut as of today. So let's go, I guess, on Twitter and look up interim rankings and see what comes up. Okay, so it's right there. It says interim ranking. You can't see my cursor because I have it to hide my cursor, but I'm hovering over it. I'm about to press it. I don't know what it's actually gonna be. Oh, we're also gonna do like my ranking. I have like the little ranker thing here. We're gonna do that as well after I show you what my top 9s have been so far. But I'm gonna click on this and probably cry. So we'll see. We'll see. Why do I have a bottle of Advil? Won't like YouTube like attack me for that shit? Let's check this out. I don't wanna. I really don't wanna. No. Wait. Okay. Interim ranking. Okay. Click on it. Yanning 10. Yanning. Boro went up to 11. You did not start. I don't want to watch anymore. I want to leave. I don't. I want you to know I just got dropped on my fucking head. 8 members are Korean. What was the point of the show? It's weird. That's weird. That's fucked. That's fucked. I don't think Mnet should ever do another show again. It's weird. That's just odd, bro. I mean, it is, I guess, how people are voting, but 8 people Korean, dude. I'm happy Richi's there. Wait, Chaehyun is number 1? I want you to know this all shocks me, because like I said, I don't look at numbers. This shocks the shit out of me. There's no way. There's just no way. There's no way this stands, right? Let's just say interim rankings. Yanning was 10, ended up 8th, right? This is me trying to. Yurina's 13. So I don't want to look at the interim rankings, right? I told you. My main reason was obviously fear, right? Just like I didn't want people that I really wanted to be in to go out. And what you call it? I just didn't want it spoiled. But I decided, yo, fuck it. I don't think you understand how sad it makes me seeing Yurina in 13. Yurina shouting Hikaru and Mashiro. No Japanese in the top 9. Which is very telling of how things went when naming people for just who made it. Like if you watch the episode, for a long time I was like, yo, why are there no Japanese people being called? I'm gonna bring back an old one. I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about that, all that, Chief. I'm gonna tell you. I deadass don't know how to feel about this at all. Of the people in this top 9, like let's just say, because this is interim rankings, right? It did change a bit from the interim rankings last time. But to have everyone Japanese drop out, that seems like something that's a bit more solid and most likely to happen come Friday than the things that shook up between interim rankings last time and then what happened. Like Ruichi going in instead of Yanning, you could kind of see that going a little back and forth. Like if this went on for another week, you could probably see Yanning go ahead instead of Ruichi. You might be able to see both of them in there. But I'm gonna tell you, based on this top 9, Yujin, Dayan, Youngun are the only ones that were in my top 9. So it's like, cause it's one of those things. Well, this is what happens when you get attached to your own personal top 9, right? This is what happens. This is what happens when you get attached to your own personal top. What is this a product of? What is this a product of, bro? I'm trying to make sense of it in my head. Cause I was like thinking like, okay, so there's definitely people that were voting for like their number 1, right? When we had to pick 3. And they may not even care about the 2 and 3 in their top 3, but they had to pick a 2 and 3. So eventually those people just lose all those votes, especially after we move to the 1, right? To the 1 pick. I'm like kind of like internally shaking, bro. This is what happens. I didn't want to get invested in the show because it was gonna get to a point that something was gonna fuck with me. This is that thing. I wish I didn't look, but I did also tell you that I was gonna potentially stream my reaction on Friday. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore based on this, bro. This is a bit of a shock to the system. 8 out of 9 Korean. Like, there had to be a way for this to not happen. Like, have the voting set up a way where, like, all the people from Japanese side did not waste their time. All the people from the Chinese side did not waste their time. You know? And shout out Ruichi because she, based on this, is 9. Then Yanning is 10. But let's just say things shake up a little more. This could easily potentially be, because Bora is 11, and that would obviously, like, I wanted Bora to debut. It would be amazing. Bora could still make it into 9, and then it's just an entire Korean group, which is not like there's anything wrong with it, but it's like, what was the point? I want you to know the purpose of this video has kind of like felt like I've thrown it out the window, because now what I expect is affected. I was gonna do what I expect without looking at this, but finding out that this was a thing this morning, I was like, I don't want to look at it. Then I got sat down to make the video and decided to look at it with y'all. So I sat here for a little while, and I like stared at these the rankings, longer than I already have, and I've thought about the reasoning why drop interim rankings. Right, everything Mnet does is there's a purpose. There's a purpose. Now, it's genuinely to create like a craze, like everybody going wild voting and shit like that, like a panic voting and shit like that. It's still a shock to the system. You know, it's still a shock to the system. And let's just be honest, I don't know if the numbers themselves are out here, right? Because if they don't put out the actual numbers alongside these interim rankings, right? They could genuinely put anything they want here. Or anyone they want, they could put on this graphic. And then just say, oh, we shook up like crazy, you know, by the end of the show. So I could just see this, right? I could just go forward and see, like, there's no fucking way Shen Xiaoting dropped from number 1 to, what? What was it? It's like she swapped places. No, she didn't swap places with Bora, but from number 1 to 16. I could just sit here and say there's no fucking way. There's just no fucking way. There's no fucking way Mashiro dropped that much from 3 to 14. There's no way. Well, Diane's still at the top. She's number 3, right? Diane's number 3. Yeah, Diane's no. Oh yeah, Diane's number 3. Hikaru's like 12, down from 4. Yurina, who had been 1 and 2 for a while, dropped to 4 and then to 6. You could maybe see her going a little lower. Obviously, me, I don't want her to see go any lower, but this video became an unintentional reaction to the interim rankings because I didn't want to look at these. I decided literally sitting here. I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm not sure about this group being 99% Korean. Because I feel like, I don't know. It's just weird, you know? Like, it's not like there was any guarantee that foreigners debut. But it's just weird to have 2/3 of the show be non-Korean. And 1/9 debut that is a foreigner in general. And listen, you can say what you want that Korean American, they're on the K group, so they count. It's fine. It's the same thing for me. They're K group. I'm not counting them as foreigners anyway. I'm no longer gonna do what I expect to see, because what I expect to see, whether this is like, whether I'm agreeing that this is like, oh, this is just to create a panic, whatever, it's been skewed a bit in my head. So maybe I could, but I don't expect to be able to properly. So here's my top 9 that I would like to see debut. Oh wait, I want to show y'all how I've been voting, how I had been voting. So this was my first ever top 9. This is when I first showed my top 9. I think this was pre-episode 3. Was it pre-episode 3? I can't remember what my writing was, but this was it. You're gonna see changes. You're gonna see changes. Not a crazy amount of changes, but you're mainly gonna see shifting in the top 4, and then eventually something is gonna happen. So this was my first ever top 9 that I released. But I just know that I also didn't release these weekly. Like, I didn't update like, oh, after every episode this is my top 9, this, that, the other, okay? I kind of just did them very sporadically. Saibing at 9, at 8. You, Diane, who I think should have been in the show much longer than she was, but what you gonna do? And Ruichi was at 4. And then you see the rest, right? So I'm gonna skip over this next one because they're just like up here in the wrong order. Hold on, in the wrong. Wait, where's the picture? Oh, bitch! Why can't I? That's to zoom out. Okay. So I'm gonna skip over that other one because that's actually my last, the most recent one. So this is my one right after the one I just showed you, and it's Bora at number 1, and the difference is Bora's still number 1. Yurina is now number 2. She was number 3. Richi is now number 3. She was number 4. Hikaru is now number 4. She was number 2. And Yujin is 5. She was number 6. There were changes. So Shana is now number 6. And Shana wasn't there at all. Also, this is my update post Diane elimination. So Diane was no longer here. So that's a reason she's not there. Sane also is not here because Sane got eliminated there as well. And then Xiaoting went down. Jia came in, and Saibing went down. So this I released, I'm pretty sure, before the Saibing debacle happened, right? Where they Shit went down, but Mnet made her look like the worst person in the fucking world. And by the way, I didn't realize until after I reacted to the episode that her ranking was actually dead last, which was fucking ridiculous to look at. Cause how the fuck did she go from in to barely in to dead last? I don't know how that fucking works. I would love to see an explanation. But I kind of want to show this because I did say at the end of the video, my reaction to the episode, that in my next picture of my top 9, I'm gonna spoiler alert, she's not there. And conveniently, that's also after that episode. But that episode didn't influence that because she was kind of like already like near the bottom of my list, and then other people were just coming in, and that's what happened. She kind of just like fell out of my list. But I still really like Taiping, so I don't know. I just kind of like wanted to say that because I don't want people to think I fell victim to the evil editing, because I didn't. I recognize it. Like, I know shit went down, but they blew it out of proportion. So, yeah. But it just looks like it because based on my next picture, she's not in there, and that's after everything happened. So, yeah. And another person who's not there is Richie. This was just me sitting down, and I'm like, okay, I want to change up my list and put it as who I really, really, really think I would like to see debut together. And it ended up being this. So, Bora, Yurina, Xiaoting, Diane, Hikaru, Yanning, Yujin, Youngun, and Mashiro. But things moved. Like, I have some constants. Like, I have some, like, very people that are always there. Like, Bora, Hikaru, Yurina, for a while, Richie, until the very last one I updated. Xiaoting, Yujin, and that's pretty much my consistency. Then, this last one's the one that brought in, like, Diane. Between these two, Diane came in. Shana fell out, but Shana's now was in at the end of the episode, not interim. I wanted Yanning in there now, Youngun in there as well, and Mashiro made it in as well. So that's kind of the reason that Richie and them fell out, because it just like shifted everyone where I think they would, like where I'd want them to be, and it just so happened that Richie and Taiping fell out. Now, I'm gonna show ya the 9 that I would like to see Friday, but I probably won't say. Now, I'll link this in the description. I'm sure most of you know about this anyway. It's just like what people like have been sharing their top 9s. I'm pretty sure this is the one that everybody uses. That first one I had in my first picture was like another one that just had a kind of bad quality. This one just looks better. But I'm gonna go into my list. So, what I want to see on Friday. You could say, listen, I'm just gonna show you the 9 based on my brain, not where I want them to be on Friday. Because in no way do I expect Bora to be number 1, but she is up here and in here. So, here. Did I have it right? I had it right here. In here. So, she's my number 1. But it really doesn't matter just in the sense of showing you this. It's just to show you the 9 that I would like to see debut together. Yurina, number 2. Okay. That's just like, these two have been my favorites since introduction videos. Okay. I watched all the introduction videos. There's no reaction to them, but they have been my favorites since then. Okay. Number 3 is Xiaoting. So Xiaoting is my number 3, and it's just because she's fucking amazing. I'll put Mashiro at 4. After the stage of like the ITZY stage, she climbed for me, and she's just like showing more and more why she should be in my top 9. So I'm gonna put Mashiro at number 4. Number 5 is going to be Yujin, and 6 is Diane. I just really like them. Yujin, I just have like kind of like just an attachment, just like a lot of people watching the show, attachment to Yujin. And she's talented. She's good. And Diane, same thing, talented, and very fucking popular. Like, her popularity isn't why I'm putting her there, but she's good. She's really good. So she's there for me. Now, my number 7 is gonna be Youngun. Youngun has, if Bora's not there, main vocal potential. And I would say, based on everyone in the group, probably the most main vocal potential if Bora's not there. I think Bora is like the hands down probably the best vocalist left on the show, and potentially the best one throughout the entire show, even when there were still 99 people on the show. So, but if Bora's not there, she has like the most potential to be a main vocalist. She's a good dancer, and she has a lot of potential. So I want to see her there as well. Number 8 is gonna be Hikaru. So I just like Hikaru. I've liked her since the beginning as well. She's one of those people that I also like since the intro videos. And she hasn't given me any reason to not like her. So that's why she's there. And number 9. So, see, Yaning and Ruichi. That's my brain. I don't know which of them I want to see. I like both of them so much. But if this group actually ended up diverse, this is what I see happening. You know? Apart from, I think Bora is just quote unquote the least realistic just based on how people have been voting. But obviously, if those interim rankings aren't just for show, she climbed from 15 to 11, I'm pretty sure. So there's actually even potential she debuts if that's actually accurate and she's climbing. But if this group ends up being diverse and not 8 Koreans and 1 Chinese member, I don't know, man. It's just tough, dude. It's tough that, like, picking between Yaning and Ruichi, I wish I didn't have to. Like, I deadass wish I didn't have to. And this is where my list gets messed up. And this is why Saibing had initially fallen out. Like, she was gonna fall out anyway by this point, because this is like my 9, and I'm debating between Ruichi and Yaning. This ended up being a much longer video than I intended, by the way. Mainly because of the whole interim ranking stuff, my confusion, and then my like calming down and realizing why Mnet's doing the shit they doing. But I want y'all to know I kind of don't want to put anyone at 9. Why? Because I deadass can't pick between them two. I honestly cannot. They're both really good. I think Yaning's more versatile, but Ruichi's a better dancer, I would say. I don't know. I like both of them. I like both of them. It's tough. That's tough. Both done dirty by Mnet. So if I could, I'd just put them both up there. Indecisiveness aside, essentially this is my top 9. And then it's Yaning or Ruichi at 9. So, I actually can't even bring myself to clicking one of them and putting them there. If I could split it, I would. If I could split it, I would. But this is my top 9. If you want to go ahead and let me know your top 9, what you think about the interim rankings and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments if you're even still here, bro. Because this video, like I said, ended up being longer than I intended. Right now, my recording is 38 minutes because I did take a little break in the middle just because I was staring at my screen and I was thinking. But let me know what you think about the interim rankings. If what you think they mean. If they don't mean shit, then you're on the boat of like what I kind of realized towards the end. They probably don't mean shit, or they mean something, but it's more so they did it to create a frenzy in the moment, like people were going crazy voting and stuff like that. Because if things do shake up based on that interim ranking, then it's like, holy shit, how is this a thing? Then the interim said this, and then the debut said this. It looks more sus on their part. I don't know why they do it, but such as Mnet, I guess. But if you want to, let me know your top 9 that you would like to see. If you want to go ahead and do both, like I was initially gonna do, which was what I expect to see versus what I want to see, you could go ahead and do both. I just won't do what I expect to see because it's been, I'm gonna say tainted, but I don't mean like a super negative way. It's just that I had something in my head, and then seeing the interim ranking kind of messed it up. So I wouldn't really know what I'm putting up there. Like it'd be very influenced by what I just saw. So go ahead and let me know what you think. And yeah, bruv, what the fuck, bro?
Got me feeling like pop rock, strawberry, bubblegum. 주머니 속 향